Alright guys, it is time for the first quarterfinal of the 70 Star Division 1 playoffs in the second season of the GSA Leagues. It's Cheese versus Benji. I'm in the booth with the current world record holder, D whatever. What's up?
Hello everybody. Nothing much, just really excited for this match, TBH. It's gonna be a good one. And yeah, the winner's gonna either face me or Rockchalk, which is gonna be decided after this match. This one is really exciting because Benji actually took a match off of Cheese, right? During the regular season.
Yeah, I was going to talk about it as well. It was a match where they were pretty close, but Cheese was in the lead by like 30 seconds or so throughout the whole race. And it looked like he was going to win a bit. Benji had a couple mistakes in Tippy, and then Cheese dies at the very end of bits. And then they're pretty much tied. Cheese misses moving right side, and then Benji wins the game.
Wow. So yeah, I was gonna say like maybe Cheese isn't too much into the racing game at the moment. He's been dabbling around in with other stuff like doing ROM hacks and OT as well.
Yeah.
So maybe Benji could win again, but I think since there's a lot more on the line now, Cheese is probably a lot more focused as well. So gonna be a hype match nonetheless though.
Yeah, like if you look at the match that they played, it was only like 2 weeks ago. That was almost like a freak accident. Like Benji was able to like clutch it out of nowhere. But it's a best of one, which means if Cheese doesn't get the win, then he won't be moving on the playoffs at all. And that happened a lot in Celeste yesterday. We had a couple massive upsets, so this best of one is like really dangerous.
It is really scary as well. Like, as a competitor myself, just freaking out over getting kicked out in the first round. Just because you have to play good right away. It's hard to make sure you're not suddenly messing up.
Yeah. So you can win 9 out of 10 times, but sometimes you get the one.
Pretty much, and then it's, for this case, it's over. It's like, no coming back.
We got face cam for both today. That's nice. A lot of matches with face cam usually are fun to watch, just to see their reactions. And I remember Cheese and Benji were like in a call the last time they played. I don't know if they are this time or not.
Speaking of which, though, Benji's like always in such a dark room. Even when it's midday, he's like sitting in a dark
Like
room.
the Liam camera, or like Liam had the darkest face cam of anyone I'd ever seen. It's like you would think he left like the cover on, or it was just off, and then you would like see like a gray outline of his face. It's like, oh, it's on, I guess. Also, I think Benji has like an auto adjusting light, like brightness, because whenever like the screen flashes, his room gets like a color change. It's weird.
Yeah, so much brighter. Whenever he's like right now in the cutscene where it's super bright colors and all that, and then whenever there's a loading zone, it's like really dark. Either way, though, Benji actually on Japanese. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think he's just always used the JP cart. I don't know if he ever got an English one.
Already off, but yeah, it's really only the advantage in the beginning, the 1 to 2 seconds from the intro being faster. Over course of the run, though, US is faster by like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But yeah, both making a lucky skip happen very easily. Yeah, onto Bomb Club. That's kind of start you want, and hopefully they're gonna manage Bomb Club well as well.
Yeah, you can usually see in the first few stars if they're really nervous and they mess up just because of nerves.
But both grabbing a medium bomb clip. No nerves showing just yet. However, the beginning is kind of rough for this game. It's not just these first 2 tricks. Also going into worms is a Monka S2.
Yeah. And I think when you're someone like Cheese or Benji who's actually quite good at WOMs, nothing really seems that hard. But that doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get it. It's just a lot of things that can go wrong. Especially in like 100 coin.
Pretty much, and going for all the optimized strats is just hard sometimes to nail everything first try.
Yeah.
Either way though, I'm going for double 0.7 here.
Okay,
well,
12.6.
Yeah, after that, that's a 12.6 at least. But after that bounce from Benji, there's no 0.7 anymore. It's a little bit slow. And now into the beast. Womps.
Yep.
I don't know, it's just annoying that, or going for all the optimal strats that can kind of mess you up. I don't think Cheese is the kind of guy to also opt out of harder strats. He usually goes all in.
Yeah, that's one difference between him and Punkei. I think Cheese usually goes for all his normal strats. I think, like, compared to you, like, there's some things that he doesn't do, but it's the same mentality for a race as it is like a PB attempt usually.
Yeah, there's stuff like, for example, texture setup I usually don't go for in races, and try to go for full setup like Cheese and Benji as well. It's just, I don't know, texture setup is weird. Sometimes it's super consistent, sometimes it's not.
Yeah, there's... Oh, interesting. So Benji went for the, like, clip off the edge, which I guess makes the fence clip a little bit easier to line up.
Don't do that too often. I think he's the only one who does that nowadays, out of all the runners.
Yeah, I know it's like a little bit slower, which is why, but it's interesting to see.
Oh, for sure. I like seeing differences in movement as well. And it seems like both going for the proest of pro cycles.
Okay.
See. Beginning looking really good. She's so close to the wall, but no problem.
Cheese usually doesn't go for a jump dive there. He just like just another dive and then a jump and ground pound. So it's a bit slower. Oh, Benji's falling off. Okay, Cheese has made it. Benji can get a backup here, but he's already losing like 10 seconds.
Yeah, now
More than
she's
that.
taking the lead. He could have kicked, but I think he thought he was gonna jump on there, but would have definitely kicked myself to make sure to not fall down. Unfortunate
He's
mistake.
falling off the thwomp. Okay, he's gonna have to wait for this one. Not as bad as what happened to Benji. Good backup.
That's a really good one. Like, usually people wait for the form to go up a little bit, but she's just cycling right away.
Yep. Pretty good ending for Benji. She's ledge grabbing, so not the best. I think in general, going for the easier 100 coin is a nice race option. I know that's one thing Punkei does.
Not bothering with those 5 coins in the beginning.
Yeah.
Makes the cycle a lot easier to actually get it. But yeah, honestly, like, Cheese got it, and Benji was also looking really good. He just made kind of a bad decision on that jump on the moving platform.
Yeah.
Now, Wild Blue though, nothing going on.
Yep.
Don't really see any
Oh.
mistakes there. Sometimes it's just maybe a bonk, but it's rare.
Mm-hmm. We'll see if Benji also goes for the fence clip. I'm sure he does, but he's lost a bit of momentum here. That dusty rollout of whatever happened there.
Yeah, man, really hard to actually line up with the fence
Probably
flip.
just like went for a jump dive, but hit B before A, which is maybe a GameCube thing.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that Benji still plays with the GameCube controller, which is, for this game, it's a weird layout, dude. I don't know. It's not my favorite. But he can play with it really well. He's got a mid 48, I believe. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And now both finishing with a pretty solid Womps time. She's with 640 something. 43. That's really good for a race.
Yeah. Very smooth, especially considering he fell off the thwomp. You would think that costs like 5 seconds, but
everything else
perfect.
Yeah, I was about to say the same. Everything else just was too good and made up for that. So grabbing a nice Womps time. And Benji also with a sub 7. Not too shabby. I'll say another 0.6 for Cheese.
Alright. I'm gonna say two 12.7s.
Might actually be as one.
Okay. Come on, Benji, what you got?
Ooh, that
Oh,
might actually be Might actually be a 0.6. Yeah, that was a very nice bounce.
Alright, so she's in the lead by just a little bit.
Still super close, even after those. That's Spaghetti doing 100 coins from Benji. Into flying. Not the easiest, actually not the easiest stage, especially the first two reds. Grabbing those isn't too easy, but both runners no problem. Looking good. I mean, could probably be a little bit of better flying, but honestly, flying good is so hard. Flying perfect is so hard. And you don't practice it that often, I would say. It's the same kind of stuff with swimming too. You don't practice it too much, so most runners don't swim perfectly. And interesting kick from Benji. And a little bit to the right.
Alright. So we're probably going to see 2 shake cycles. If Cheese does go bird's eye cycle, that could be risky. Slowing it down.
Yeah, it seems like just a comfy shake. He slowed down a lot on that total jump. Just standing total jump. Ooh. Gotta be careful not to not get end, otherwise I think he might actually be dead to get shake cycle. He's still good. And Benji also on a nice pace to make this happen.
Clean and easy for Cheese. Benji went for a... It's kind of sketchy jump kick there. He was kind of early, but didn't want to wait for the amp. So luckily, he made that one work.
Had so much time compared to Cheese. It's kind of awkward, honestly, to waste time purposely at the end.
Yeah, usually if you have like... If I get there and the yellow block is all the way out, I run around the pillar. But in that case, for Benji, it was like not a good situation to do that. So it was kind of weird what he had to do. Benji with a half spin off the dance.
Ooh, damn. The dab. Let's go, Benji.
Is he gonna dab in game?
Oh, it seems no. Rip. He's playing on the Japanese version where it's actually possible to do that, but he's not doing it. It does cause lag, right? I think. I'm actually not sure. Never mind.
I think so.
Might be causing a little bit of lag, so don't necessarily want to do that. But yeah, both runs actually going really solid still. Kind of what you want for a race.
Yeah, it's been the WOM cycle, which costs like about 15, versus Cheese's Thwomp Mistake, which costs about 5. Other than that, there hasn't been any significant time loss from either of them.
And I feel like in this kind of level as well, until SSL, I doubt we're gonna see any too big mistakes. I don't want to jinx it, but usually CCM and BBH aren't too bad of a stage.
Now, I would expect to see CCM 17 from both, but I know Benji has raced the Penguins sometimes, so we'll have to look out for that.
Especially on... Yeah, especially on Japanese, going for double plus then is kind of scary. If you have the sound glitch that can only occur on Japanese, or like more common on Japanese.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure it's patched on English. Like, I don't think it's ever happened on English, maybe?
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but I'm sure that if you collect a secret on Japanese, for example, the sound can just cut off if you do wrong inputs. Yeah. And as soon as you collect a star, you're gonna black screen. You don't want that in a race. And yeah, Cheese definitely on that CCM 17. I can say that. If you're confident with double pillarless, might as well not race the Penguin. That was an interesting slide.
Yeah, losing just a bit of time.
Too shabby.
He's also doing CCM17 double plus. She's missing 1 coin.
Honestly, I don't even know what the strat is to avoid sound glitch when you do secrets without 100 coins. Yeah, I know I know Parakusia does it as well on Japanese, and he's actually really good at avoiding sound glitch. Yeah, you don't see that too often. Like, just to give you an example, you can, on 100 coins, you can just stand still after a rollout to avoid it, which makes it very easy. Firstly from Benji, actually not getting to the door. And the 13-18 CCM time, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like 20 seconds behind the perfect run. Considering no island top and the mistakes from Worms, is actually really, really good.
Alright. Like you said, not much unexpected happening here. He's maintaining his lead, but Benji's sticking right with it. It's pretty much what he needs to do to just be in a rhythm. He said he was quite nervous, so hopefully these are like your calm down stages.
Gonna try to just collect your cells. Honestly, I'm thinking that it's really hard to do that even in easy stages. You still want to be as focused as possible because every little input can result in quite the time loss. But yeah, once you have time to think, you want to just try to calm yourself down.
Yep. Both of them not doing an optimal re-entry there. I'm pretty sure they lost like half a second or so.
Yeah, honestly, I think a lot of runners don't do the most optimal one, which is not that easy. I've played runner with myself a little bit. Ooh, Benji. The movement flops coming out on that fence grind.
Yeah, getting stuck a little bit there is not the worst thing, but it is kind of annoying.
Yeah, the worst thing that can happen here is falling down on the King Boo fight, and that didn't happen to anyone. So they're good out of BBH. But now into SSL, stage where runs die a lot compared to these previous stages. Just because of one trick.
Yeah. You're certainly right about that. Cheese about to go in. He did a dive to grab Mibs. I think he usually does a punch, so maybe like not being super fresh with OT and all that other stuff.
So far been looking very promising though, but yeah. Plus is a little bit different to master, and there we go. The first blow, and the scary part is that Cheese needs to do that trick twice, to regrab the bomb twice, or reroute it a little bit, which is not that optimal. I haven't seen Cheese actually do on-fly routing during races, so might stick with the double pillars. And now Benji.
Yeah, that's a good point. Benji, nice talent plus here. This is one area where he does have a bit of an advantage over Cheese in terms of strats. Cheese going for an older, maybe a bit safer plus.
And yeah, Benji first try. Cheese second try, going for secrets right away.
Yeah, so this does pretty much commit him to double plus. Now, Benji did catch up a little bit, but he hasn't done the secrets movement, which is a bit more difficult. It's not like crazy, but the camera is kind of annoying.
Ooh, but the crazy Tama plus coming out again, and he's in there. That was beautiful. The most beautiful colors. Really clean. Yeah, Benji pretty much safe. And let's see. She's also looking good. Gets another big bomb.
Oh no! Death! Not getting that glitchy double jump there. Now Benji's in the lead.
Just like that, he had just one missed input. Pressing it a little bit too late. And yeah, you could see his sort of frustration shaking his head. After the death and Benji missing this fly guy.
Alright, this might give Cheese a little bit of a breather. No, Benji had an opportunity to punish here, but having a bit of a mistake on Talons is
Ooh.
not really what he needed to take the lead.
Yeah, actually, Cheese is right back in this again. They both have the same star left. Yeah, Cheese is slightly ahead again.
You're right.
Just that fly guy, dude. Still super close though. Mistakes kind of even it up a little bit. Cheese is definitely worse than the fly guy mistake.
Benji missing the star there, getting a regrab. So he's down maybe like 6 seconds. It's not that much. A little bit
Yeah,
more.
something like that. Seems about right. But for now, I like the LLL isn't too bad unless you go for the Pro Boost, which makes it a lot harder to get through the stage. I'm gonna have to see what these runners are gonna do.
I know Benji has done Pro Boost in the past. I don't know if it would be a good idea to go for. And I know Cheese usually goes for the long jump lava boost that's, you know, pretty old, kind of like Plus. It was like the standard for quite a long time.
I like to go for that one in races as well, just to confirm I actually get it and don't die by mistake or bounce off the top.
Safe.
Exactly.
Benji made for elevator first.
That's actually interesting.
Yeah, not really good idea.
Yeah, in case you do mess up lava boost and fall down, you can still jump on the elevators as a backup if you don't die. That's something you could do, which Benji cannot do anymore. But yeah, you always see such different star orders coming out from people entering the stage. Everyone's just all over the place and really nice and comfy lava boost from Cheese.
Yeah, very good ending as well.
Let's see, Benji also going for the safer one. Alright, nice. Both making it happen.
Yeah, both of them holding it down. I saw yesterday, I think it was Momo who died like several times on lava boost.
I saw that. That was so sad, and that was one of the factors why he was so far behind at the end too.
That was a very sketchy triple jump for Cheese. I thought he was gonna fly off the elevator, but he managed to like snipe that one frame.
Yeah, both now just the bully stars left. She's still with slight advantage. At this point, I would say they're pretty safe in like Flower Land. The bullies can't go that wrong. Technically, they can, but I have faith in these runners. They're not gonna die on bullies.
Yeah. A lot of times, though, we have seen people get bodied around a few times, but it's usually not resulting in a death.
Exactly. That's like the worst thing that can or does happen in races, where people just get bullied hard, just pushed around. Yeah, still like mid 21 for Cheese.
Oh, Cheese did ledge jab skip. Can you make this work?
Let's see the kill.
Not getting the
one didn't want to die. Almost though. Yo, that was very close.
Benji not
Benji not
getting
even.
third bullet.
Yeah, exactly. Not activating it, luring it to the edge.
She's already done. With that death and SSL, I think this would be a pretty sick run otherwise. I think it's just like the way Cheese plays. Like his everyday star to star is going to be really, really good. Even if he's out of practice, he's just very consistent like that. And then it's just going to be like the real mistakes that you can see that actually add up to time loss. Whereas I think most people will lose a bit of time everywhere.
Oh, for sure. But then again, Benji is right behind him as well. So I think Benji's run is pretty good too. If he didn't have that mistake in SSL as well, would be a pretty sick run.
Yeah, both of them doing chests. Not much you can do to speed this one up, but you can lose a lot of time.
If you're not careful, especially this last turn. Ooh, she's
Oh,
actually missing it, not grabbing
Commentator
it.
curse, they're synced now. Not quite, but Benji caught up.
Yeah, it's quite a... Like now just around 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Just like that. And yeah, there's not much you can do with swimming. For such a star, for example, you can get better turns, but it doesn't save that much, and it's also quite hard to get super clean turns and easy to mess up too if you want to open those chests.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you really shouldn't mess with unless you're Drogi. But
Pretty much.
you can always try to get better at the swimming stars. And I think like most people who haven't been doing 120 for a while will end up losing a lot of time to water. I think that's just how like the game works. So she's nice front sub.
Very nice. It's saving some time while Benji's backs up there. Extending his lead just a little bit.
Yeah, we're about to hit Fire C.
Just one more star to go. Oh, what is she doing? She's doing the wrong way.
He's not gonna get that first ring, so he's gonna have to pray to the Manta gods.
The 6th ring is already sort of weird, so hopefully he can get this one. Otherwise, okay, he's good. That was scary. I was scared he was gonna miss a ring. But definitely some time for Benji to make up also this ending. Saving a lot of time, not just like 2 seconds apart going into Fire Sea.
Yeah, less than 2. This is extremely close. Cheese is maybe more likely to get a good lava boost. But I think Benji's also quite good at Fire Sea. We'll have to see what happens.
Considering how
Cheese,
they've been holding up.
Oh, I don't know
And
how
this
that
actually
happened.
Benji's chance to actually pull through and get a decent lead. I think
it looks like Cheese is only like 2 seconds behind, but he's not going to get lava boost, where Benji's still on pace for it. So that'll be like a 10-second difference.
Pretty much.
Oh, he's not getting the side flip. Will he be able to get early rallies at all? Benji coming here for lava boost very early for that long jump. Gonna make it.
Oh my god.
Let's see where he's at. Oh, it's
Very
very tight for. Oh, he's stuck. He's gonna die.
For Cheese. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Benji's gonna pull out by so much now. And not only that, that's also gonna probably infect Cheese's mentality and for the rest of the run, and again messes up a jump dive.
This is nuts. Once again, the underdog out in front. Benji is in the driver's seat, but he's got all the pressure and the responsibility to try to make something out of this.
Wow.
And Cheese, in a split second, has to face the danger of going out in the first round of playoffs. Not getting lava boost, or I guess he wasn't going to get lava boost anyway, but the bonk was pretty unhelpful.
I did not expect such a big lead out of Fire Sea from Benji at all. Wow. And in this regular season race, Benji was like behind most of the time, right? He just caught up at the end.
Yeah.
And now Benji already leading. I'm pretty sure Cheese is following the match and seeing how the lead is, like, how it's playing out, how far Benji is ahead now, so it's gonna be hard to come back. Especially because Benji has not been playing too bad overall as well, this far.
Yeah, Benji's been quite consistent here. I think that 120 practice and stuff has really helped him. It's like we were talking about before the race, when you do harder movement, you just get better at the rest of it.
As well with like refreshing your mentality a little bit, you can easily get burnout if you do something too much. And then going in with a fresh mentality coming from a different category definitely helps.
Benji was known as a massive 70 lifer. Like, he got a 48 and 70 before like even touching 120 at all.
Which is kind of insane. He did do 16 at least, but yeah.
Yeah.
also going strong on those 100 coins. Already missed a coin, so if he misses one more, he needs to go for the backup at the end. Let's grab a little bit, a few movement flops, but nothing too major.
He'll be still making his way through. Jeez, not going for 100 coin first. He's going for the elevator. Jump wall kick. All right,
Very nice double jump.
It.
Nice double jump as well, and makes it happen. I really like the double jump strat. I think
like
Benji
you got both firsties there. Sorry to interrupt. That looked
right.
too fast.
Oh, for sure. I think Benji, like compared to Cheese's double jump strat, does the box break triple jump. I might be mistaken, but we're gonna see it in just a bit. Which are around the same time. They're not far apart in terms of time save.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually not bothering with it at all.
Alright, she's getting that second triple jump wall kick first try. So at least being pretty successful here. Benji coming up. He's got like about a 30-second lead right now.
Looking really strong. You would expect it would be a little bit bigger, right, after such a death.
Maybe it is bigger, actually. You're probably right.
I'm not too sure. It doesn't look like it's that much to me. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait until withdrawal is over.
Okay, even though Benji's definitely ahead, if it is only she's missed a blue, this is gonna be very sketchy. He has to get these right now. Okay.
And then turn around to get the skeeter.
I would have said just go for the backup box at the end.
Ooh, so much.
Oh, this is a trigger.
Mistakes. Actually, a big trigger for sure. And the thing is, in Runs, you need to like just take it. You don't have any other choice, and it's really hard to get triggered and then just continue the race. Something that you need to be able to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Looking good so far, though. After that, getting burned, going strong. Ooh, not catching the box at the best spot and missing a coin. Is that actually gonna work? That's a sketchy backup.
Alright, he made it up to the coins.
At least got a second try. I feel like backing that up can result in so many mistakes as well. Trying to get back up there.
I'd say he's about a minute behind now.
Oh my god, she just keeps messing up. Cannot.
That's a massive mistake as well. Two big things to happen in Wet Dry World. Don't grab that star. Okay.
At least got this backup. That was really clean.
Yeah.
But really clean backup, however, still losing so much time. Benji already done with secrets. Had consistent secrets, not the fastest movement, but didn't mess up anything. Wow.
Yeah, this is where we're at right now. Cheese is just grappling with a lot of tilt internally. And then when he went for that rollout at the end, I don't think he really knew where Mario was. So he tried to dive to save it. He almost made it. But he's ending up with a major deficit coming out of Wet Dry World. And
this is actually insane. So Benji could set himself in the kind of position where he's feeling very comfortable and just goes consistent instead of trying to go fast.
Yeah.
And when you're in that kind of position, it's not too, like, it's harder to mess up, so to say. It's not, of course, it's not free, but it's definitely, like, such a big lead now. Benji definitely knows he's so far in the lead.
Definitely. Like, if this was a 30-second lead, you can't really just say, oh, I'll play safe and I won't lose 30 seconds. It's still, like, half the run, and it's a pretty hard one at that.
Jeez.
Did he miss the secret?
Yeah, he did. Wait, did he? What's he trying to do?
I'm not sure what he's doing.
Is he trying to do a backup? But he's not kicking the wall. I don't know what he's kicking right now. Can you even kick that? Oh, he can. Oh, that's what he tried to do.
That was actually a nice backup, but it took a bit longer to set up than he would have liked.
Yeah, I guess he was sort of kicking the edge and not kicking any wall. Like,
it reminds me of the DDD sub kick for 100 coin. Like this thing that Snipey did, where he like did the recoil kick into the butt slide.
Oh yeah, I remember. That's really sick strat. And I honestly, when I go back to 120 star, I will keep doing that. It's not too hard to pull off, and it's really sick. But Benji already with his first log wall kick. Still going strong.
Yeah, now that he is like well over a minute ahead, he is a good enough player where if he can just like kind of lock it down for the next like not even 20 minutes, this could be a massive like historical upset for just anything that we've seen in GSA here.
Pretty much, and it's such an important race as well. Something
might
that
have
I
to-
could see maybe killing Benji's momentum is maybe like hit bounce or something. It's the kind of stuff that can go wrong no matter how comfortable you are. Yeah, other than that, we're gonna have to see this.
Yeah.
It's definitely looking good for Benji. And going for Breezes, let's see.
Okay, not
Not
even the
even
wall
hitting.
kick.
Not the worst thing that could happen. You could fall down all the way from the top while ground pounding and taking damage and all that.
Yeah, I think ground pounding loses like something like 8 seconds, where if you only just miss the wall kick, it's like maybe half of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same as well, like 4 seconds maybe. Now just Reds and the Mushroom Star left, and he's already out of TTM. Ooh, and going for the hot speed kick too. As Cheese.
Hot stuff.
Cheese
Nice
gets
breeze
breezes,
as well.
Benji gets insane movement on these mushrooms. Well,
Then it's kind of going downhill in the maze. If he had landed on a mole or like got hit by a rock, he could have died. But he's taking a long time to get up here now, going for these very safe backup kicks. That was a lot of time that Cheese can make up here. He's on his own red coins. And also doing that speed kick movement and really killing it.
oh, looking good, just like Benji. Now, how can he do the maze? Looking really, really good. That ending as well. Hey,
There you go.
that's what I like to see. Good
Yeah.
TTM Reds.
Cheese, like in terms of runs, like Cheese is definitely like the second best of that star. He can get it almost perfectly a lot.
Which is good, I think, because that's like a 70-star exclusive star too. You don't do that in any other category.
I think he just likes the movement.
It is really nice movement. I'm enough of that star. It's the best.
So Cheese leaving his log walk is still pretty late. Not the worst thing if you don't have any fear of messing them up, but it can still be an issue if you do. Benji Nice Snowman said he's really just chugging along. I know he made some mistakes in TTM, but they weren't big. He didn't die. And that's pretty much the mindset he needs to win.
Yeah, Benji, not Benji. She's also making a second log wall kick. Not even having the mushroom stars kind of
Benji
scary.
going into the wrong part of the igloo. He's going out.
Okay.
I mean,
You don't see that every day or ever, really. But yeah, these are all like little mistakes that Cheese can just capitalize on.
she's just finishing up TTM, which means it's still over a minute in Benji's favor.
Slowly creeping up, and Tippy is still can still happen. Tippy can happen.
Oh yeah. It's more stressful, I would say, if you're Benji, like trying to hold on to a lead rather than try to play well and hope for a mistake from your opponent, because like you kind of know that it's within your power if you have like a 30+ second lead going into Tippy. But at the same time, it's really hard to just have a good Tippy on command with all the pressure.
Oh, for sure. Might actually be a little bit comforting for Cheese, but also maybe he's thinking like, oh, I really want to win this, and I have to play perfect, or else I'll lose. And if you get into that kind of mindset where you think you have to play perfect, is when you mess up a lot, and it happens easily. Because playing perfect and playing consistent, there's like a big difference in between.
Yeah, for sure.
Just something in what I like to think about is, for example, the triple jump and remember right in the beginning is you can take it very easy and not stress, and also take some dust or whatever, still get it. And that's when you stress yourself, you might miss an input or something.
Yeah, it's very easy to just like do something completely accidental when there is a bunch of random stuff going around. And I would say in Rainbow Ride, there's pretty much no safe star other than reds, I would say, that you won't die on. So you're really not in the clear at all until you're done with the stage.
Yeah, it's just so easy to die. And ooh, Benji not getting the triple box jump.
A couple seconds for Cheese to pick up off the ground when he comes by later, but it's still looking like a solid lead for Benji.
Oh, for sure. And again, like, Cheese is not free of these mistakes. He can also still mess up. I mean, he's been showing, like, his gameplay has been really solid ever since entering upstairs.
Yeah. Well, what Jar World was bad, but after.
Oh yeah. Already forgot about what 100. The rest before though, the triple jump walkies were really nice. What 100 was an exception in that upstairs.
But he does get that box triple jump. If he had missed it again, then we might have been talking about some larger time losses. That's pretty much the only thing that you lose that much time to. But avoiding it. Now, it is more just the mental aspect. We've been saying it the whole race, but it's no doubt speedrunning is mostly a mental game. And when you're 14, like Benji is, it's a lot more, it takes up a lot more of like your mental space. You can get in your own head a lot more easily, I think, than if you're Cheese who's been everywhere.
Yeah, I think the Cheese with the experience, of course, in being around so much, and Benji's still learning how his own head might work, how he plays the best, for example. Still figuring that out at such a young age. Yeah, looking really good. Still like low 49 pace for sure. If perfect, even a 48, but that's, you can't really say that that's gonna be a 48 in a race, I think.
I'd be very hesitant to say Benji's on 48 pace. Maybe if like you took over the controller, you could get a 48, but like I would say
even
not very
like
likely for Benji.
I myself struggle a lot with getting a really good tippy even in races. It's so hard to do. But yeah, theoretically, it could still happen. It's not very possible. And there it is. She's still 1 star to go as Benji enters Rainbow Ride.
I'm loving the banter in chat. Pax says, imagine, or like when you're over twice Benji's age, I assume he's referring to himself and about to die soon. Steve Roboto comes back with like what do you live in the 11th century, like medieval times?
Pretty much.
Benji had some issues on triangles. He didn't die though. That's
definitely
pretty much all you're looking at.
I looked like he was meditating for a second, getting ready for the rest of the stage. Definitely, I'm pretty sure he's feeling the nerves. Like, he can win this. So much on him.
Yeah, he had his hands like kind of up by his face, like he was, you know, devising a plan. I was half expecting the controller to just start moving Mario on its own without him doing anything. Alright, lag 2 bounce.
Would be the thread.
Yeah, very safe here. He definitely knows that he's got some room to work with.
It's looking good. Lag 2 bounce out of the way, as well as tricky triangles. 2 quite scary stars, in my opinion.
Honestly, like, going slow sometimes makes you play better. So it's not even like he's leaving that much time for Cheese to pick up. Like, tricky triangles, sure. But lag 2 bounce is going to be more like Cheese really has to push the execution here. He's got the bounce. Will he get a good pull grab? Pretty good. All right. He also goes for that instant triple or instant double jump. and wall kick, so he's definitely going all out here.
This is looking so good. That was until that jump into the star. Ground pound would have been nicer, but still, that was so clean. All of that. Fast pole grab, wall kicks. Let's go, Cheese.
All right. Benji not getting that side flip for red coins. This can be a bit of an awkward situation. Just getting through it. Not going for anything very advanced here. I wonder if like you can play it too safe and then psych yourself out. But I think right now he's really holding steady, and that's very impressive.
Yeah, I think you can get too comfortable and too easy sometimes, where you, I guess, somehow lose focus. However, I see Benji is like, still his nerves are there, and he's trying to play as good as possible, just in a safe way, sorta.
Yeah.
It's not taking it too chill.
I would have said if you want to go really safe, grab the safety red here for TDC 100, but that's kind of an individual decision. Benji's going along here, and if anything, could give Cheese an instant kind of teleport back into the lead, or just about. It would be a death at the end of TDC 100.
It's amazing beginning for Benji. Just one of the hardest parts of this star. Just now, gotta hope the RNG isn't gonna be too bad.
Yeah, you can definitely see the nerves in his movement. He's like kind of lingering in the air a bit longer, but like just making sure he's not going to do anything stupid to throw it away. All right, going for the box hit, getting all the coins, letting the camera pan is definitely the right idea. All right, he's got it. You can see he just kind of gets out of his chair because he was feeling so nervous going into that star.
Now Cheese gonna grab that safety red in the beginning. So I think the strat is to just be able to go fast when the RNG isn't behaving too well. You don't need to turn around for coins anymore.
Yeah.
So looking good for Cheese as well. Using a little bit of time in the beginning over Benji, who didn't grab the safety red, but it's not much at all.
See, like, normally if you ground on the side of the box, you have to collect the coins because you're not actually landing on the source. But you can just let that one fly.
Really nice ending as well. Looking good. Still fights as hard as possible to somehow come back. He's ready. In case Benji messes up, he's ready. Try and take it back.
Yep, save pendulums for Benji. Oh, he getting kind of was. I don't know what happened there. I think he got like pushed by the pendulum into a ledge grab or something really weird.
Oh, I think it looked like just a regular ledge grab to me.
Okay.
On the side of the platform. Oh, really close to having the random TDC movement.
Yeah.
Like kind of like the optimal entrance for Benji there. Oh my god.
Alright, choose nice pendulums. Benji getting a hand. This is getting closer and closer to the end. And this is... Go ahead.
No, sorry, I interrupted you so bad. I was just gonna say that the way Benji has been playing, the kind of safe way he's been playing, it's looking like he might actually take this, for sure.
But this is really impressive. His best race time from the stat sheet is like a mid 49, or it's like a 49.20, 49.27. So he's definitely on pace to beat that.
Ooh, interesting.
Showing up when it counts. The past, not the best ending here.
Oh my god. Might starting to lose it just a little bit. But as I know Benji, like, out of TTC into bits, I think, considering he knows that he's late still, he might just not bother even with the triple jump wall kicks in bits. Nor right or left side. He likes to just opt out of it when he's ahead.
Yeah.
Which I can get behind. If you know you're in the lead, then might as well just not do it.
True champions take the pole. That's how you win.
It's not a PB attempt after all. But yeah, still on 49, definitely 49.20 pace. No, that's a bit of a stretch. 49.25 with a decent bits.
Yep. You can kind of tie his previous best run, unless he does task long jump. Obviously, that's a meme.
Yeah, he likes to go for it when he's on a bad run in a race, but if he knows he can win, then
yeah,
go as safe as possible. Let's see how this plays out. Looking very strong for sure. But Cheese has been making up a lot of time by just playing pretty clean compared to Benji. Benji had a lot of little movement flops here and there.
Oh sure, like Cheese has been doing his absolute best to get back into this one.
Yeah, there we go. Going safe on the triple jump, making it happen.
Alright. Missing the cycle. Just because he starts to triple jump from like a horizontal angle rather than going quickly.
Right. Ooh, Cheese. Missing the start with a long jump.
It is the pull for Benji. He is playing the clock.
Just throws left, it seems like. From this point on. Yeah, even gonna go safe on these elevators, dude. He wants this really bad.
Yeah, this is his time. This is Benji's moment right here. 48, 51, 52, 53, 50, 54 in the pipe. Definitely looking to be a mid 49.
She's still trying as hard as possible. Going a lot faster than Benji. Except for the triple jump. Yeah, that's
Benji
one.
Barely hit the first one. Let's see, he's got 2 more to to secure a massive set.
And 2 as Cheese messes up.
The semifinal spot, and knocking out Cheese is gonna be Benji.
He's actually got this. I can't believe that, dude. Look at him, he's so happy too. Let's go, Benji. GG. Benji taking out Cheese. Out of the league, even. I don't know, dude. It's... wow.
We might have to rethink best of ones for next season.
Oh, for sure. This is harsh for Cheese. But dude, he made it happen again. He beat Cheese twice. Probably not, definitely Cheese not in his best state at the moment. Hasn't been doing too many runs, but
yeah,
that's just how it goes. If you're not preparing yourself, then you're gonna get upset.
Benji's late game was just very, very solid. He gave Cheese no opportunity to come back. So when Cheese messed up in Fire Sea and then eventually like led to her 100, Benji was just able to really play consistently and ride it out. So that's the kind of performance you need if you're actually gonna win some matches in the playoffs here. So if he goes up against the winner of you and Rock Chalk, that might be a fun one.
And from that on out, it's in the semifinals, it's gonna be a best of 3 as well. So we're gonna see. Also,
like the tragic part about this run is this would be like Cheese's worst time of the season. His previous was a 30-35. Hello,
there
Cheese.
Hi, Cheese. Well, GG's, I guess. Yeah. That was a rough... Oh, sorry, what was that?
Is Benji gonna join?
Yeah, hi.
I haven't.
Oh, yeah. Alright, we got both of the champions in here. First of all, congrats, Benji. That was... you played it really solid. Ever since Fire Sea, you haven't really been letting go of that lead at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cheese, how, like, you've been playing pretty insane. After Fire Sea and Wood Road 100, you've been making good work on actually catching up until the end.
Yeah.
Bits.
Yeah, I played the same way I did last race, which was, like, amazing, and then 2 huge mistakes, basically. That was basically all that happened. Well, in this race was, like, 3 big mistakes. And that was pretty much it. The whole run was good. I actually played really well, except for the 2 deaths and then... probably Wetchai World, but the whole run was amazing. Like, I played great. It's just those 3 huge mistakes. Same thing, pretty much what happened on the race against Punkei. I think it's both the same big mistakes that I made.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, your backups were on point as well. Like after Water 100, when you fell down, you got that turbo jump at least right away.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I mean,
Benji, how was it going out of Fire Sea? Did you know? You probably knew that you were ahead by so much, right?
Yeah.
Just played it safe. What was going through your head? I'm pretty sure you were nervous as well. Let us hear it.
Okay, yeah. I was really shaking all the time. Sweat came out of my hands, so it wasn't really. I didn't have a really nice grip, so it was kind of hard, but I kept it up together and nailed the mid 49. I just had some small mistakes and that interesting thing, the ice block and SL. Yeah,
Yeah.
overall it was pretty good.
yeah. Yeah. After the Fire Sea put me in a negative mood for about 10 minutes because I was I died. I'm pretty sure I died in Fire Sea against Punkei. Was it against Punkei or against? No, it was against. Who was it? Parakusi, I think it was. I died again on Fire Sea, and I put me really negative because I just couldn't believe I died in Fire Sea again. I was like, oh my god, like this is the worst place to die, and it's like, why Fire Sea? I'm playing so good, and then I die in Fire Sea again. So I was really negative for like 10 minutes, and then Wedge Arbor was also really bad. So at that point, I was like, all right, well, it's either I go out like a buster. Is that what it's called, a buster?
Yeah.
Shut up, stomach. It's either I go out like a buster, or I try as hard as I can because I know the race isn't over yet. You know what I mean? And then Benji did a good job in playing well, so like I couldn't catch up enough.
Yeah,
That's it.
It's probably just kind of the tragedy of like the best of one format. Like this was one of Benji's best races of the season, and then like this would clock in at your worst time. But it just seems like just the unfortunate circumstances, just like those two mistakes. Like there's really nothing you could have done to avoid them, I guess. Like in Fire Sea.
Yeah, you have a point, but I mean, this is what competition is, I guess, right? Like a team could, in a sports league, team could win all their games and then play number 8 on the spot and lose and they're out, you know, even though they won every match in the league or something. Like that's how this stuff works, I guess. So I happen to have my worst match as the playoff match, but it's my fault because I should have prepared better, or I could have. It's on me to play good, you know. It's not like RNG in that sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
Looking at it like I think you're looking at it a really good way, and realizing it was your own fault for probably playing too much Kaiser Mario or Ocarina of Time.
Or just not playing enough Mario, because
yeah,
the truth is I have not practiced speedrunning Mario for about a week, 2 weeks, at least
not
2 weeks now.
Not the best time, if I might say that.
Yeah, I put in some 70-star here and there, but I guess it wasn't enough. So
that's it. Yeah, I think that's all we've got for this interview. Do you have anything else, Baronus?
No, that's it for me. It was a crazy race. I think these playoffs are just so nuts right now.
Oh, for sure. Once again, good stuff to Benji.
Team
GG's to
Benji
G.
for the
Thanks a lot.
Team Benji for the rest of the league.
Yeah.
Sure.
And yeah, next up is me versus Rock Chalk,
Ooh,
the Rock Dog. Stay excited for that one, and we'll be right back.
good luck, D.